Yo fam, Rubber Glam again. I know I was missing for a little minute. I actually went on a cruise with my mom. I had a good time and I'm gonna give you guys a little review of that day. But oh yeah, I also wanted to shout out to people that I did not get a chance to talk to because they're on I was on a different profile when I was using my YouTube. Like Kalua Queen, thank you for your comments and for shouting me as usual, and lots of other people too, people with strange names and things that I can't remember so good, but that don't mean that I don't see the comments, and I appreciate them. I see all the comments and I leave the comments, positive or negative. I try to leave them. I usually try to speak from my heart, and even if I make a mistake, I never profess to be right, only to be given my own opinions. Today I want to talk seriously, fellow artists, this one is for you. Now, we know Jamaica has a reggae product. Barbados also has a reggae product, though we're not using it. We're like a person who grow cucumbers in their yard and then lets them rot and goes and buys some that have been imported from the supermarket. We are like the woman who has a man who definitely horns and beats her, but sometimes he brings flowers, and therefore we are unable to break up with him, and we need to change. These are the reasons why I say these things. Right now, Bajan artists in a real tough place. I hear they ain't gotten a Bajan reggae night, and I could sit down and talk about what I think about that, or what I think about Fast or whatever. Fast are promoters, and they're only doing what they think the public wants. However, as powerful as these people think they are, they always forget their true power, which is the power that the devil and everybody else seems to understand, which is called marketing and the media. If I at Fast or whatever promotional company decide that Biggie Airy is the best artist in Barbados, and I put Biggie Airy face on everything, and I push Biggie Airy, it will become known to the world just by sight alone that Biggie Airy obviously is the best in Barbados, whether it's true or not. And that is what marketing is done. Put a person face on a billboard. If you don't know them now, you can soon know them. Put them everywhere. All of a sudden they become a star. The thing is, do we have money to do that? No, we do not necessarily have money to do that. So as artists, right, we are now at odds with the promoters who are acting as though they can only push who Bajans are going to buy. But Bajans are buying who they're seeing, who they're hearing. Bajans are buying tickets to come and see people perform because that's who they're hearing on the radio, not because they are unwilling to listen to a Bajan song and they don't love their own. So my thing is this. At the end of the day, promoters paying Bajan artists chump change, right? We ain't getting no perks, nobody ain't getting no accommodation, dress from home and come up and do the show, right? We ain't getting no good treatment. We ain't getting no dinners, nor an island tour, nor whatever it is that the other artists, even from the same region as us, are getting. But we are so happy just to get chosen to perform at these people's show. So we are just like the woman getting horn and beat who gets flowers sometimes, because we're getting this little anything and we're acting like it's all of that. It's not all of that. Right now, enough of the artists that usually will be at the show that they're gonna have this year gone to Qatar, right? I'm glad for them. Go and do some work with some people that can appreciate you and view you as exotic because you're from a tropical island. Now, my real issue tonight is what the artists are gonna do to make the Barbadian music project and the art products that we offer stand out internationally. Now, you must understand something. If you're going to the radio and begging for play, you're not getting none. That means the radio is pushing you in one direction, and that is a direction where they're hiding you. If you are putting your stuff on YouTube, you're asking people to share, they're not really sharing it, whatever, you're being pushed in a direction where you're hidden. Now, the whole point of you doing what you're doing is so you can get exposed. So even though these people are not actually saying to people, do not listen to Rebel Glam, by not helping Rebel Glam, these people are hindering Rebel Glam. Therefore, if I am using myself as an example, though it's not as important to me because I actually have another profession, but what about people that really all they have is the arts, right? It is important to me, but you understand what I'm saying. Are we really gonna sit down and let somebody drag we in the opposite direction of where we want to go? Well, then we are aiding and abetting our doom. We as artists have to fight back. We have to say no. We have to push in the opposite direction. We cannot allow people to drag us in a way that we don't want to go. You're trying to hide me and I'm trying to shine. We cannot get along. I cannot stand there and let you pull me down in the back when I'm trying to be up in the front. And I feel that us sitting down trying not to burn bridges with people that have never even put a bridge there in the first place is a waste of time. Us sitting down trying to make friends with people that can give you a little play sometimes and give me a little $200 and everybody else that they have in their show getting thousands of dollars is a waste of time. Can't even buy the shoes that you're putting on to wear. And we're trying to keep these friendships with people that dogging us. Just like a person trying to keep a relationship with someone who don't really want them. Why are we doing this? You know what we need to do? We need to be man enough and woman enough and rebel enough. Like people like Bob Marley and so on, when they started out in their careers, who I'm not saying to go and threaten nobody, not to put on a mask and go and beat people, even though some of them deserve it. And in other countries, some of them will get it. What I'm saying to you is this. You could do what you like to me, but I can talk about it. I can mention it. Freedom of speech is real. This ain't a death threat business. You understand? And if you're threatening to kill me, I can tell people you're threatening to kill me. If you're threatening not that you ain't putting me back in your show because I asked you a question about my money, I can tell people, well, I was, oh, don't mind, you ain't gonna see me on the hill this year because I asked about it and I was told, kiss my ass. I'm gonna tell you straight. The artists get treated real shitey in BIM and we don't open our mouth and say nothing. Therefore, stupidity has been passed on and we deserve what we get. If we are ever to see our work mean something so that our children as Barbadian citizens, right, could feel as though they're the same worth as a person that comes from anywhere else on earth, England, America, and all these places that we get and we kiss them ass like if them is everything, then that has to start with us, the parents. How we gonna pave a way and we paving a way and we letting somebody pelt dirt in our paving all the time and then we saying, well, we try but they pelt dirt in it, I don't know what to do. Stop it. You got to let down the body. Now, many of you may watch this and say, Rebel Glam, what are you suggesting? And this is what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting that the next time that you go somewhere and people give you the runaround and don't give you fair treatment, that you let your fans know. Everybody has at least one fan. You have to let people know what is really, really going on. Do not keep people in the dark and make people think that these people that pretending to be angels but are really wolves in sheep clothing are actually sheep if you know them as a wolf. Do not hide up them and paying you for it. Why are you covering their tracks for them and trying to build a relationship that does not exist? You know the reason why even though these people refuse to play you, they don't want to respond? It's because suppose you should get out there somehow, somewhere and you actually make it. They won't be the first boy to play you once America or somebody else say you sound good. So they don't want to burn the bridge with you by telling you you shite and we ain't playing you. They can just avoid your calls. They're going to just give you the runaround. Then later on, if you do make it, then the first boy to hail you. All know, they got so much people that's hail my husband that would not play as man songs or push as man, right? But as man is going places with people just willing to listen and the people that do the dog run, but hold the head, bend down, jump up on the ground, climb the wall. And yet, them is have problems getting played on the radio on a daily basis. A group in 100% Bajan vernacular doing a Bajan genre, getting problems. We don't love ourselves. We don't care about ourselves. And therefore, whenever we see anybody look too much like us, we are vexed. It is a problem. Now, I went on to a couple islands, gave out a couple CDs and had a little good time with my mom. When I was in St. Kitts and I got off the boat, I was not only one of the few black women that looked like me on the boat, so the men were really freaking out about it because they'd never seen a woman that looked like me before. But in St. Kitts, when I was in the port, I was like the lightest skinned black person. There was people that did not look like us, white people, and then there was me and my mom, and then there was a whole bunch of people, another set of people. And you know, I was having a really good time. I had a good tour of St. Kitts, everything. Tell this woman behind me, tell that lady pull down her pants, shouting at me. Now, I came to realize some men came and said to me, oh, why do black people have to be like this? I came to realize she was shouting at me to try to embarrass me because nothing was really wrong with my pants. But she was trying to embarrass me because, number one, some of the guys were giving me too much attention. She's sitting down in the back of the port with a big set of powder on her neck and her head tied up. I said to her, maybe you should go and wash the powder off your neck and stop being so ghetto and crass when you speak to people. And I went and I complained to the police. I said, listen, I am from Barbados, right? And it seems to be a problem that I can't get treated like a tourist because I'm a Caribbean person. But I am still a tourist and I have my money to spend. If tourism is truly your business, y'all don't need people in your port shouting at people, because right now I'm real mad that this woman treat me like this and I'm turning around and getting back on the boat and I'm not spending a cent. And that's why I did, because I wasn't in a good mood after her at all. I had already spent money with the taxi driver, though he was lovely, and I'm glad that that we went to St. Kitts and that I did the tour. But how dare she come shouting at me? Now white people gonna come off the boat, come off the plane, wherever, they're gonna have fungus in the foot, the tea back gonna be cutting, the teeth gonna be yellow. They're still a customer. They're a tourist. You just treat them to soup. And if something is really wrong with their wardrobe or something you feel they need to say something, you can always come up to a person and say, excuse me please, your panty drop off. You can do it in a way, you don't have to try to embarrass somebody to shout at somebody. But I realize that we women, we have a lot of problems, and I can blog about this another time because I ain't really feel passionate about it today, because I'm passionate about the arts today, right? But we women, we have to stop hating on each other, right? There is a place for all of us, right? And we do not need to compete with each other. You don't gotta hate on me because I was this nice red skin Rasta girl that come off the thing, because that's how I felt. I felt as though I went places in the Caribbean and all the women look at me stink, well, I thought I was in town. And even when I was asking people questions in a very nice manner, some people didn't answer me. And that I have to say that especially about St. Kitts, Antigua and Tortola, right? But I did have a great time in Dominica. However, I had no instances or experiences with any women. We women gotta come out that shit. I was like, this is where black women still at. I was really upset about it. I love to see a black woman that looks sweet. I really do. I don't get it. And I just the attitude. I don't get the attitude. I real sorry I didn't roll in there with my husband, cause I must see what a dead no. Anyhow, back to the artists. Bajan artists, we need to take a stand. Taking a stand, right, will mean that when people pulling us in their direction, we don't go. A lot of people feel, and a lot of people actually are these people where we complain because it isn't us. But if it was us who was getting through and getting treated like Richie Spice and Jack and all that, then even if the other artists getting treated like shit, we wouldn't look back and we wouldn't care. There's a lot of us like that. There's a lot of Bajan artists that play that they can't answer their messages when somebody send them a message on Facebook, or play that we ain't see the tweet. When people send tweets to us, we be tweeting the whole day about all bundle of randomness, and every time somebody say, oh, I love Cover Drive, or Alison Hines is the bomb, or something like that, you know, every time that somebody say I love Crossfire, or you know, something like that, we see it, you know, we see the tweet and we retweet it, or our assistant sees the tweets if we're actually making it and busy and stuff. Whoever sees the tweet and retweets it and stuff. But when somebody tweet at you and says something about support or about anything to do with the arts and BIM or the other artists or something, sometimes we don't respond, right? Because we're happy to be making it by ourselves. And there's lots of that in Hollywood. There's lots of that all over the world, right? But if the Bajan artists who are struggling do not get out of that me attitude that some of the established artists have, if we do not come into ourselves and realize, hey, in unity we stand, divided we fall, right? And learn that we have to pull in the other direction, and we have to say, we have to open our mouth and say, yes, they treat me bad, yes, they do this to me, in order to let these people take. These people just live off of publicity, you know. These people just live off of publicity. They're not willing, you understand, for it to be in the media, the real type of people that they actually are, the amount of hordes that them got, and the amount of people that them build them and want it in the media. And if any time that one of the people that them got or something so get up to talk about them, that person get real money to shut them out. Just like the politicians. But we give these people too much power when we have power. If they do it to you, if they treat you bad, if you hand the money to get them buying the prostitutes, and because of that they ain't give you no priority, You can say so, it's freedom of speech, and they can't stop you. And maybe next time they wouldn't discriminate based on prostitutes. Maybe next time they wouldn't discriminate based on that, and people like you will have more of a chance because they realize, hey, we can't really forget these people like that because they're going to open them out and say something. But if God bless you, can cut a man grass for free every day, then don't be surprised that one day you can ask him for money and he can tell you, no boy, and tell you to cut the grass. We have to unite, we have to do more, and we have to stop with this me attitude. When the songs play and the money goes to cost cap, that's more money in our pockets, which is more money for our economy. But we, as I say, is like the woman with the cucumbers in the yard growing wild, and we wouldn't eat them because they're from our yard, so we go in and buy from other people's yard, and we don't even know them other people the shit in their yard to get things to grow. Anyhow, I done talk. I love Wanna, glad to be back.